Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 29 of my Motorsport Manager Let's Play with our Create a Team. Starting off right where we finished off the last episode in Milan. Today it is double points, it is the Black Sea. We need a big result for our job. We've got a couple of scout reports, we'll just quickly have a look at them. This guy looks good, but we've got no chance of getting him, I don't think. I've also looks good, but imagine, again, probably not going to be able to get them. So, we've got the best drivers, we've got the 5th best car. We need to finish 3rd in the championship, we're currently 6th. So we did actually jump a place the last race, I didn't see that. But we need 20 points over Archer and Kruger Motorsport. Some over Eastwood and some over Vexler to get what we need. Firebird we're not going to worry about too much. Let's not worry about getting promotion this season. Let's worry about getting the the top 3, keeping our job. As you can see, our job target is heavily at risk. This is a problem, boys. We'll get rid of those notifications. We will continue on. Actually, no, we won't, because I need to go back to the car improvement parts, because that says 15 days after the race. We need to try and get this one specifically down to the race. So take the gearbox off. It's this gearbox, sorry, the 420 gearbox we need to get up. So we'll take that one off, we'll take that one off, and we'll take that off 2 hours after the race. It's as close as we're going to get. Brakes, is there any other big sort of improvements that's going to be made we could put on? No. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do there. Can we swap them round? 1 day before the race, there we go. 1 day before the race, let's see what we can do. That brakes, can we improve those? Right, we'll go with it guys. Let's get what we can. We've got sponsors coming through. Don't really know if it's worthwhile taking them, but we will anyway. So scouting, we've got this lad here. Looks decent. Resource hog again. It's house fire, so everything's -1. So actually, he's not that bad a driver. Let's add him to the favourites. Because we will need new drivers if we keep our job. So we've got 3 offers here. 1 million up front, 75,000 a race. 800. We'll go with this one. I've never been so nervous in all my life for a race on a virtual game, if I'm honest with you. So nerve-wracking. We need, ideally we need 2 good positions and a good race from both our drivers, because otherwise we're getting fired. It's very, very tense for me right now. I can't even really explain it. This guy again looks decent. In fact, we're going to add him to the favourites. I don't think we'll be able to get him, but we're going to do it anyway. And we're going to avoid this lad. So, race event Rio de Janeiro in the WMC, we're going to ignore that. We're going to continue on. We'll get rid of those notifications in just the next sort of second, because we've got more scout reports coming through. Team update, yes, right hand, so scout report. So I think we're about here. So Amy McLeod, no markability, so as much as I like the look of her as a driver, we're not going near her. And again, not so sure in this guy. Well, I'm at the favourites anyway. The Mexican gas bar takes 6 or above. No parts to improve. Rainy race, so 26 laps. Going to practice 26 laps, rainy race. So we're going to work specifically on intermediates and wets. And we will take it from there, guys. I will be back in just a minute after practice. Okay, so we're back. We've finished 19th and 20th again. Again, ignore that. By the time I sort of got the setup right, it was really into a stage where the lap times are never going to be that great in terms of the wetness of the track. But we've got 15% on inters and 15% race trim, so good bonuses. Starting on pole, both top 6. We can live with that, excuse me. That is good news. Intermediate tyres wear more slowly. Is that really going to be an issue? Probably not. Either way, we're starting that. Intermediates will do 11 laps or so. So it'll still be a 2-stopper for us, because it's a 26 lap race from memory. That's the wrong way round. So let's see, Connor Chapman on the pole, Ellie in about 6th or 8th, I think. 7th, in between. It's the right sort of area. We'll start with Chapman. He is on pole, so let's watch, see if he can just drive off into the distance. We really need a good result from both cars. Ellie's had a nightmare start though, by the looks of it, down into 9th, but she is back into 8th now, battling away. It looks like she's just getting bunched up into the group, and that's what's causing her to lose time more than anything. But she is starting to do okay, battling for 6th and 7th. Let's go back to her as Connor leads the first lap and goes through. Looks like a little lock up there from someone. I don't think it was Ellie though, which is good news. She is up into 5th. Take another lap like this, and then we will put the engines down. In fact, we'll do it on Connor already. Oh, that is a horrible block off by the guy that was ahead of Ellie there in the green car. I think that's Marchetta. It is. She's now overtaken him. He's blocked her off big time. It's really cost her. And again, we'll go down onto neutral medium there. Maybe need to stay on push just to keep the tyre temperatures up here though, which is the worry that I've got. Because the last thing I want to do is really shred through these tyres. Yeah, we're going to have to stay on push at least. Connor is still in the lead though, so we've got 2 cars in the top 6, which gives us the highest point score just now, equal with Dreyfus and Marchetta. So that's positive. So it'll be maybe slight, yeah, it should be the same because it's double points. It'll be 2 points gained over Dreyfus, 2 points lost to Marchetta. So that's just points in the bag for us right now. Hopefully all the other teams that we're battling with are struggling, and there's maybe some surprise results going around the grid. Connor Chapman doing okay in first though, and looking after his tyres better than Ellie as well. Going to put Connor back onto push with the tyres though, just to try and get some temperature back into them. Not really sure what we're going to have to do here pit stop strategy wise, because I kind of wish I had the extended radar, because I kind of want to not have to push. With Ellie we will start to conserve soon, I think. See if we can take this out and get all the laps we need. I don't think we will, yeah, because we're going up to at least lap 12, so we might pit early with Ellie, which might be an idea. Bring her in, we'll go attacking on the tyres, just let her shred them up, and then pit at the end of the next lap I think, and let her really push on them, because I don't see us having any other way of really getting through this field, because we've not got the tyre wear to maintain what they're doing. So we'll bring in Ellie at the end of the next lap. Connor, his tyre wear is a bit better. We'll go into neutral, but again we'll go attacking actually, and we'll have to shred these tyres up because we're not going to get to the end of this wet stint. And I'd much rather be able to attack on the next set of tyres and get back through the field. It's a bit of a disaster because of we really need these points, but at the same time don't think we have much of a choice. So we're going to come back out on push. Connor's going to pit at the end of this lap for another set of inters. We're going to bring them out. We really maybe should have gone for the inter bonus on Ellie. She comes out in 20th. Just disappointing, but again she can make her way through the field hopefully, and if we get our tyre changes right we can still gain time Connor Chapman now coming back out the pit lane. He will come out in 9th, so he's done a good job. He will go on to push. Will dry up about lap 13, which is slightly more than it said these tyres could do, so hopefully they all have to pit as well or go off the cliff. See other teams starting to pit as well, so there is hope for us that we've maybe just got it at the right time and can push a bit more on these tyres now rather than waiting later on. Connor back up into 6th as teams pit. Ellie up into 17th through that. There's no cars ahead of either of our cars that have pitted, so it's good news. Connor can just keep pushing and bringing the temperatures down, basically, is hopefully the plan. I think we've got another 3 or 4 laps before it dries up, and a lot of these cars really are at the edge of their tyre life, and they're going for dries as well, which is interesting. We will need to pit obviously to go on to dries. Hopefully we can last out to lap 16. I don't think we can, because that would allow us to just do a one-stopper on the harder compound tyre. Should it stay dry? That's the big question. It said it was going to be a wet race. Connor comes out in the lead of the pitted cars. Ellie in 2nd of those pitted cars. Got another few laps before it dries out, enough for these dries to really benefit though, so hopefully Ellie can close the gap on the cars ahead. It looks like she's doing a good job of that, although it's starting to dry up a little bit now maybe. We'll go to Ellie and we'll see how she's doing. Chapman now leading the race again, Ellie in 5th. Thinking of pitting Ellie at the end of maybe the next lap. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go overtake mode now and pit Ellie at the end of the next lap. Attack mode even. Think it might just be drying out enough for the slicks. So it's lap 15. Can do 10 laps on those or 6 on those. Okay, can we get away with another lap, do you think? No, I don't think we can. I think we're going to have to do like 2 very fast stints on the softs. Maybe try it. We'll conserve. We can conserve. Of course we can conserve. So we'll do that. Chapman, pit please, because I don't want to go over there. Can definitely do 11 laps of him, so that is good. That obviously means that it has to stay dry for us, but that's all good. Going to neutral, and we'll go into neutral as Ellie comes into the pits as well. Connor comes out in 4th, battling for that position, but does well. Huge mistake on Ellie's pit stop, of course, because it's us. Of course that's going to happen. Connor already saying he wants intermediates, so I'm not so sure on that. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a blocked nose right now, so that's playing up on me. But still, 10 seconds that cost Ellie. Look at the amount of time she's lost. 10 seconds would put her into 8th. That's a horrific amount of points lost just because of a pit stop mistake. But hopefully she can go to the end of this race. They will all need to stop again. So we're in good position here for a good result. We'll push on the pedal a little bit with Connor. Let's watch him just now. Yeah, they're all guaranteed to need to pit again. There's no way around it for them. Particularly the 2 intermediate runners. They definitely do have to pit. So Dreyfus and Marchetta, the 2 that are front running just now. We'll go back onto medium with you. With Ellie, I'm tempted to go into overtake mode just to see if we can get past these couple of cars that are in front. But I'm not really convinced it's going to make a huge difference right now. Yeah, see, they're all starting to pit now, so I don't think we really need to do too much. We just need to continue doing what we're doing. We've lost a place there, of course we have. So, a car is on super softs, to be fair. She is in 12th as we speak. Chapman in 4th, but all the cars above him should have to pit as well again. Can't see them making the end of the race. Certainly Marchetta can. El Sadat shouldn't be able to. Dreyfus maybe be able to get those out, but I think it's unlikely. Going to push just a little bit on the fuel with Chapman again, as the car in front will come into pits, so fairly decent timing to do that. We'll push with Ellie on the fuel as well. Chapman up into third. Gomez behind needs to pit as well. He's not a threat to us. Right, neutral please. Ellie Marsh in 9th. Where did she come out? Replaced to Marchetta, well behind. She's lost so much time in that traffic because of that mistake. 10 seconds would have put her naturally into the top 6, and then you add the time that she's lost to being stuck in traffic, really, which is what's keeping her behind all these cars that are pitting now, is just literally that. So that mistake's been absolutely massive for Ellie, unfortunately. We're going to conserve her tyres a little bit now, make sure we get to the end. We'll push and conserve with Connor Chapman. He should be able to make the end. Dreyfus, I'm not so sure about. What's his tyre wear? 20%. His tyres will drop off towards the end. We could get a race win here. That would be big points for us. Ellie Marsh back up into 8th. So I think she's done enough. It is starting to rain though. It's not enough to justify a pit stop. Unfortunately, there's not enough laps left. Connor has done enough on his tyres now, I think, to make the end. Ellie hasn't. We're going to medium fuel with her. And she's got cars coming up behind her at a decent amount of speed. Zarate will struggle to set out the race as well, but I think he's maybe too far in front. His tyres should drop off a lot towards the end. Zarate is on 18% tyres. Chapman's taken the lead as Dreyfus pitted. So Chapman's got a 7-second lead. He just needs to see the end of this race, and he has done enough for that. So we'll leave Connor Chapman in peace as long as he doesn't crash. He is good. Ellie Marsh running out of tyres as well, unfortunately, which puts her at danger of Mello. So we're losing points to Marchetta and Dreyfus, whatever team that is, and that is it. Gomez and Zarate we should comfortably beat because it's double points. Chapman should pick up more than enough points to take us above them. So a win and 7th in the last race of the season, boys. We needed a big result here to save our job. Have we done enough? I think Marchetta and Dreyfus have done enough to beat us in points for this race, so I think we're the second point scoring team. It doesn't matter if we've taken enough points to leapfrog the teams that we needed to leapfrog. I don't think we will have. I think it was too big an ask. That 10-second mistake with Ellie could be the difference between us having enough points and not having enough points. It wasn't double points. I thought it was double points. Double points got voted out last season. No. We finished 4 points off safety. Is it enough to keep the chairman happy? We've done everything we can. If that was double points, by the way, how many points did we get for this race? We got 34 points for this race. Double points would give us 64. If this was double points, we'd have comfortably came third. It was a great race from us, but I think we're getting sacked because we finished 4th in the championship by 4 points. That 10-second mistakes came back to bite us in the backside. And we've had such a good result towards the end of the season. We've pushed back, and we've pushed back. But have we done enough to save our job? Human happiness has gone up. We came second, as I said. Was 600k. Have we done enough to save our job? I think we can win the championship next year if he doesn't sack us. Accept interview. Ellie needs to up her game. Let's see if it doesn't up the chairman happiness. Not good. Chapman blitzes opposition, that's fine. We've got all these contracts to renew. Got it. I want to skip ahead just to see if we were getting sacked. That's the problem. He said if we didn't finish third, we were getting sacked. Doesn't look like we're getting sacked. Okay, so inbox. Okay, it's not getting. Okay, so we need to get to each one at a time. Take the prize money. 12 million, that's fine. Manager of the season, that's not going to be us. Driver of the season is not going to be us. Frankie Kinney has retired. Good luck to him, he's now hitting the golf course, apparently. So, let's continue on. As soon as it lets us build our car, I'm basically going to be happy. So we've got a new race next season. Removal of bonus points for pole, that's irrelevant. Reverse driver grids, that's back. Inspect suspension systems is back. So, I believe we may have just saved our jobs. I believe we have. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think we'd have been sacked by now. So we've got another scout report. Looks decent, but with low markability, I'm not touching on. And this guy looks good. If we could get him, I'd be really happy. Not interested. Okay, never mind. Thank you for your time. And we've got our new tour centre as well. So factory's coming along nicely. It's scouting. Just get rid of those notifications. The minute it lets us design the car, I will end this episode if we've still got our job, because that's basically what I'm thinking is the key point. We've got 2 more scout reports. I'm sure I've looked at them already. Pre-season. Okay, I believe we've saved our job, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you all for the next episode when we design the car and do the first race of next season. I hope you enjoyed. I think we've saved our job. I'm not sure. But thank you very much for watching anyway, guys. And I'll hopefully catch you for the next episode.